I'm back. Rhodes Rants on, not Star Wars. Today, let's talk about Superman. Before I get into that, I would like to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for joining the Rhodes Squadron. The channel is growing. We hit 150 subscribers about a day and a half ago. So that's awesome. Gaining momentum. Now we go after 200. And on and on and on from there. Okay. Now, let's go to an interesting article from Screen Rant, as there is now a story breaking about Superman. Superman TV show reportedly in development at the CW by Thomas Bacon. A new report suggests that the CW is considered launching a new Superman TV series. It's claimed that this year's Arrowverse crossover event, Elseworlds, will essentially serve as a backdoor pilot to the show. Its ultimate fate will depend on how viewers respond to the characters in the event. Tyler Hoechlin was introduced as the CW Superman back in 2016, in which he first appeared as a guest star in Supergirl Season 2. The actor was universally praised for his portrayal of the Man of Steel, which seemed to channel the classic Christopher Reeve like no other version we've seen before. He's set to return in this year's Elseworlds crossover and will be accompanied by Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois Lane. According to Fandom Wire, the CW is treating Elseworlds as a backdoor pilot for the Superman TV series. The CW will be carefully watching how fans and critics alike respond to Hoechlin and Tulloch, assessing whether or not there's sufficient interest in a spinoff. It's a similar approach to the one the CW is believed to be taking with Batwoman, who will be introduced in Elseworlds and is intended to launch her own series. The CW is clearly interested in expanding its slate of superhero shows, launching Black Lightning last year and considering a Batwoman series. Hoechlin's performance as Superman was tremendously well received. What's more is the decision to cast Lois Lane expands Superman's world perfectly. The timing of all this is particularly interesting. Back in 2016, executive producer Andrew Kreisberg was delighted when Warner Brothers gave the green light for Superman to be just in a couple of episodes. That's probably because the studio has traditionally been wary of diluting their brands by running the same characters in films as well as TV shows. Warner's plans for Suicide Squad led to Harley Quinn and her team being pulled from Arrow, for example. Okay, so what do we think about this Rhodes Squadron? Now, for full disclosure, I watch Arrow and I watch The Flash. And I've seen the first season of Supergirl, and I saw the first 2 episodes of Season 2 that had Superman in it. I will tell you this, that the CW shows take a lot of shit, but the first 3 seasons of The Flash is really good. The second season of Arrow and last season was really good. Arrow's second season was, in my opinion, tied with Daredevil's first season as the best superhero season ever on TV. Okay. What I will tell you about Superman is that this kid, Tyler Hoechlin as Superman is, I watched that and I told my wife in like the first 10 minutes, I was like, wow, this guy's got the essence of Superman down. And by essence, I mean Christopher Reeve's Superman. It's pretty shocking, really. I don't know if those episodes, the first 2 episodes of season 2 of Supergirl, are available anywhere, but I do say go watch them. It was shocking to me, and I told my wife, I said, he's the one that needs the show, not Supergirl. For full disclosure, I have not watched another Supergirl episode since that episode. Now, what I will tell you, well, that is a lie. I watched the crossover episode last year. Every year they have a 4-part crossover between all 4 shows. Supergirl, The Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow, which I have also seen. I've seen all the seasons of it. It's okay. The middle episodes of that show really drag on. I am so fired up for this guy to come back as Superman during the crossover this year. I would love to see this guy get a show, even if it's on the CW. You may be like, well, you can't waste him on the Arrowverse. I'll tell you. This guy's portrayal of Superman is something else. It is absolutely. I almost wish it wasn't on the CW, just because I feel like not enough eyes will get to it. Like if it was on Netflix, or if it was on ABC or NBC or CBS, that is the show that could have been a massive hit. The kid's really good as Superman. I don't know how anybody feels about this news. I know a lot of people may say, well, Superman's for the big screen. Hey, Lois and Clark was on the small screen. I understand Smallville was about Clark Kent and about, to a certain extent, Superboy. But it was a really good show, particularly the first 5 seasons. And people that say Smallville sucked, I don't know what you would have been looking for if you don't think the first four, especially Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor. He is my favorite Lex Luthor of all time. Anyway, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Join the Rhodes Squadron. Peace. I'm out. Until next time.